Secret Service men of the Old West, working undercover on dangerous special assignments, courageous, resourceful fighters for law and order. The Cowboy G-Men in Spring the Trap, starring Russell Hayden as Pat Gallagher and Jackie Coogan as Stoney Crockett.
Summer of 1888, a large crew was hurrying to finish a dam on the upper Rio Grande before the rainy season started. Inevitably, the big payroll proved a temptation to desperate criminals. The paymaster of the dam had already been robbed twice when Lew Danning, the most wanted killer and train robber in the Southwest, rode into the border country. He rode away with the biggest payroll of all, $18,000. The killer fled to the Southwest, paralleling the banks of the Rio Grande. While a quick report soon had hard-riding Federal Secret Service men on the job.
Hey, Stoney, take a look at that horse.
Pat, that looks like the one that was described in those circulars.
Yeah.
Danning must be in town.
Unless he got a fresh horse.
You know, there's something funny.
Yeah, what's that?
This Danning and you know you look an awful lot alike.
We do?
Yeah. You know, if I put an eye patch on you and a mustache, you guys could be twins.
That's all I need, Stoney.
You know something? We better go up and check that horse.
Wait a minute. That's Danning. Come on. Thanks, Stoney.
For what? Teamwork always pays off.
When you're on the right team. Let's take a look at him.
Well, that's the end of Lew Danning.
He hasn't got any money on him.
Well, there's nothing in here but canned goods.
What's going on here? Oh, this explains things, Marshal. Pat Gallagher, Special Agent, United States Government. Full cooperation required of all federal and state officers. That's right. Stoney Crockett, same business.
Hi, Marshal.
Glad to know you. Who's this?
Take a look here. His name was Lew Danning.
We've been looking for him for some time. He held up a paymaster and killed him about 2 weeks ago. Got away with $18,000.
$18,000? Where is it now?
I wish we knew. It's not on him.
Must be someplace in this vicinity.
Oh, that's bad news. If the Lasker gang hears of this, there's going to be trouble.
The Lasker gang. Are they here?
Less than a mile away, across the border, a little town called Bacano.
Why don't you smoke them out?
Not me. I haven't got the jurisdiction over there, and they know it. Besides, I haven't got men good enough to fight them.
Lew Danning and the Lasker gang. They must be tied in together.
Bacano, huh? That's where we could find out something about this money.
Peace officers wouldn't stand a chance over there.
Now, just wait a second. You know, I still say that you look like Lew Danning. And I was just thinking...
Stoney, every time you start thinking, I get in trouble.
Now, wait a second. I'll let the marshal be the judge. Now, look, with just a little fixing, if we put a mustache here and an eye patch on him, couldn't he pass real easy for Lew Danning?
By golly, he's right. You'd be a dead ringer for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. A dead ringer.
How about it, Pat?
Maybe you're right, Stoney. We use the same trick we used in Dodge City.
Good. Who wins this time?
I do.
Not so good.
Marshal, you'll take care of the body?
Sure.
Well, Stoney, this is your idea. You think you can change my looks?
Of course we can.
Thanks, Marshal.
Good luck.
Bye-bye. Hi, Baldy.
Oh, it's you. Stoney, sure enough. Hi, Pat. Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, sure. You're an actor now, eh?
That's right. The greatest in the world. Man of 1,000 faces.
Well, why'd you pick that one? Say, Zerbo, how would you like to do something honest for a change?
Oh, fine. But don't tell anybody.
I won't. Now, look. Do you think you could make Pat up to look like this fella?
Oh, stop. You're kidding me.
No, we're serious. It's very important. You think you can do it?
Well, why, sir, I can make him look so much like him that you'll want to shoot him.
Well, don't worry about that. Can you do it?
Sure. Will you step into my office?
Stoney, you better get me some clothes that matches Danning's. And get his horse, too.
Right.
Thanks.
Well, sir, how do you like that?
Real fine. Boy, if your mother could only see you now.
I'm glad she can.
Pat, watch yourself over there.
I will, Stoney. And don't you forget to be there on time.
I will. Best of luck.
Thanks. Thanks, Zerbo.
Rate a little entertainment, don't you think?
Well, sure.
Well, how about giving them that routine we did together in Laredo?
Oh, you mean the bald-headed boys from Paducah?
That's the one. Let's go. Yap-bum-bum-bum-bum. We're the bald-headed boys from Paducah, the two hairless boys from the east. When it comes to personality, we are both the most.
But when it comes to hair, we were left at the post.
We're the bald-headed boys from Paducah. We've tried every tonic for sale.
Now, this'll grow hair.
That's what the man says.
And it's true.
It do, but not on your head. So, don't buy this stuff. Oh, don't waste your dough. We tell you this, and we ought to know. We're the bald-headed boys from Paducah, the two hairless boys from the east.
Mary Danning.
How do you do, ma'am?
Crockett is a special agent for the federal government.
I'm very glad to meet you, Mr. Crockett.
Miss Danning just arrived in town. She's looking for her brother, Lou.
Her brother?
Yes. I know how everyone feels about him, but he's still my brother. I must find him and try to get him to give himself up so, well, before it's too late.
Well, your brother's been a wanted man for a long time, Miss Danning. A fella like that'd be kind of hard to find.
Oh, I told her she should give up trying to find him.
A man in the cafe said that he heard Lou might be across the border in a town called Volcano. He said it isn't very far from here.
You wouldn't want to go over there, ma'am.
I'll go anywhere to find him. Can I rent a horse here in town?
Yeah?
No.
There's a livery stable right down the street.
Thank you very much.
Why didn't you tell her her brother was dead?
Why didn't you?
Oh, well, I didn't have the heart. She's gonna know that Pat isn't her brother, and if the Lasker gang finds out, I gotta warn Pat, he's in for trouble.
Where's Lasker? What's it to you? I like wise guys.
I'm Lasker. What do you want?
There's my calling card. You can read.
Oh, so you're Danning. I got your letter. We've been expecting you. Sit down. Have any trouble getting here?
A little. Had a run-in with a couple of government men. Gallagher and Crockett. You ever hear of them? Yeah, we've heard of them. Crockett ran me across the border.
What happened to Gallagher?
It changed his looks a little. If you're so handy with your fists, how come you let one man chase you out of the country?
Don't mind Baldwin. He likes to use his fists, too.
That's all right if he's got brains enough to back it up with. What's Loudmouth do? I kill people.
All right. Break it up. This is no way to greet a man who's just stolen $18,000 from the United States government. You have the money with you, Danning?
I left it in Border City.
Yeah, why?
I told you why. Government men were after me.
When do you figure on getting it?
Hell, that may not be so easy. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cut you boys in. You'll ride across the border and help me get it.
All right, Danning. But it better be there.
It's there.
All right, we'll all go into Border City tomorrow morning. If they try to stop us from getting that money, we'll tear that place apart.
Hey, Baldwin. Here's a guy that thinks he can take you for that $50.
Yeah? All right, sucker. Put your money on the bar. What's the idea?
Baldwin's got an iron jaw. Used to be a prize fighter. He'll bet anybody you can't knock him off that handkerchief.
Very interesting. Would you like to try it? Yeah. For some reason, I would. A southpaw, eh? Maybe.
Make it a lemonade, please.
That's Crockett, the government man that ran me across the border. Here, let me handle it. A little out of your territory, aren't you, Crockett?
Yeah, Danning. I just couldn't resist coming over here to see how the rats live.
Got no jurisdiction down south of the border. Came down here asking for trouble. You're gonna get it. Bring the gang across the border.
Good. Danning's sister's in town.
Good.
Oh, wait till it's my turn next time.
You done all right with that lawman. Tomorrow we'll make them all crawl like that. Well, what have we got here? Things are sure looking up down this way. Where did you come from?
Take your hands off her, Lasker. That's my sister.
Sister? Is that right, baby?
Yes.
Come on outside.
Yes.
I want to have a talk with you. You haven't said a word. What are you doing down here?
What's my name?
Well, Danny, same as mine.
My first name.
What's the matter with Sis?
What is my name?
Alice? Sarah?
You're not my brother.
No.
Well, who are you?
Government Secret Service man.
What have you done with my brother?
I'll answer that if you'll tell me what you're doing down here.
I came down to find him.
You know what your brother's been?
An outlaw? Perhaps a killer?
And you're looking for him.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
In a way, it's almost a relief. Don't tell me how he died or why. Lou must have had a premonition of it.
Premonition? Why?
His last letter said something about all his life's work being under a monument. I think it was his way of saying that he'd like to be buried like normal people, under a gravestone.
I hope he gets his wish. You can't stay down here, though. We'd better get you back to Border City as quick as we can.
Where do you think she's going, Danning?
Border City.
So she can talk?
She's my sister. Why should she talk?
Sister or no sister, women can't help talking. She's gonna stay here till we go back. She can ride with us.
Have it your way, Lasker. Come on, sis. I'll find you a room. It's 2 o'clock already. How'd you know your partner meant 3?
He said, that means 3 o'clock and Pat's never late. We only got an hour left.
Wish I knew which part of town they were aiming to hit.
Well, in about 59.5 minutes, we'll find out.
the USA, Lasker.
Then what are we stopping here for? This could be bad luck.
What are you talking about?
That border marker. Looks like a gravestone, and gravestones are unlucky for anybody.
Won't be long before we hit town, Danning. How about telling me where that money is?
I said I'd tell you when we got there.
Look, Danning, you ain't gonna try to pull a fast one, are you?
Why should I?
I don't know, but you get ready to tell me where that money is as soon as we hit town. Move out. Let's get him.
Your brother's life work under a monument. How'd you know what he meant?
I didn't know exactly what he did mean. His letter said something about a border monument, and then I saw the pile of rock and the sign.
This money's the property of the United States and Mexican government.
I know.
If you'd have kept this, you'd have been an outlaw, too.
Well, I wasn't going to keep it. You don't believe me, do you?
I don't know. But one thing I do know, we'd better get rid of it before Lasker gets back.
You're a little late for that, mister. Keep your hands away from your guns. Trying to fool us all the time, weren't you? Wanted everything for yourself. Well, I'm gonna fix it so you don't get nothing. Put a bullet through his head.
Chin, Stoney! In the stomach!
You wait here.
So the name's Gallagher.
I still can't understand why you came back to the dam here with us.
Well, I helped, didn't I? I fixed up Pat's disguise, so I helped get back the money.
What, do you think there's a reward or something? Because if you do, I got something to tell you.
There ain't none. No, I just wanted to make sure that you brought the money back where it belonged.
Oh, yeah. Zerbo, you're gonna get a reward, all right. I'm gonna buy you the biggest dinner in town.
What about me? Am I under arrest?
I've been thinking about that. I don't think you would have taken that money. And you did save my life.
Thanks, Pat. Now I'm going to say goodbye. I hope we'll meet again someday, under different circumstances.
I hope so. Goodbye.
Bye.
Zerbo, you deserve a lot of credit for that disguise.
Thanks, Pat. And I want you to know that I can make anybody look like anybody.
Gee, she's beautiful. Say, do you think you could make me look real handsome?
Well, the difficult I can do immediately. The impossible takes a little longer. And you?
Nothing. Back.
Hey, you know, Stoney, I think that Danning had the patch on the other eye.
You're right, Pat.
You're not very observant.
Well, I'll tell you, if we ever have to do it again, we'll put them on both your eyes. Then we can't make a mistake.